Thank you, creator, for this yummy food, chicken pot pie brunch. Thank you to all the plants and animals and people who made it possible. Thank you for our food. Thank you for our water. We're so grateful for both. Please bless them both and please enjoy.
Yum, yum, yum.
So we got chicken pot pie here.
Yes. It's a sort of a variation on Casey Trenum's recipe for keto chicken pot pie.
That's so fun, like who would think like on keto you could have a favorite like chicken pot pie. It's beautiful. Look at that.
Messy. And then I might have to put the crust on the side. The side crust.
Woo! Look at that.
Are we digging for the sides later?
I think we're good.
That's a lot. Yep.
So we jump in?
Yeah. Jump in. There's some salt and pepper if you need any.
Nice.
I'm tired.
Are you?
That was a kind of long and complicated meal prep.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would have taken less time if I was in a regular kitchen. Cooking a complicated dish in an RV kitchen is a whole nother level of complicated.
That's true, especially since we don't have as much counter space as we'd like.
Mm-hmm.
No, and also too, so you had to cook first the chicken, and then dice it. Super yummy. Looks like we have some broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine from frozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't see you dicing broccoli. Plus, you can tell softer, but yummy and yummy.
May I
Really
have
good.
some salt and pepper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Usually I do it with mixed veggies.
Yeah.
But we were out of mixed veggies, and it said you could substitute broccoli. And so I took the frozen broccoli and cooked it in the microwave, and then I chopped it up.
Fun. Yeah, I'd actually forgotten that's the way that's what we've had it before. Yeah, this is almost like, like a chicken cheddar broccoli bake kind of a thing. It has that sort of vibe going on.
Mm-hmm.
Super yummy.
It is yummy. And I like that you asked for the bottom crust, because now we get this yummy bottom crust too.
Mm-hmm. Now, how is the top crust different than the bottom crust?
So the bottom crust is made out of almond flour, mozzarella, and cream cheese. Microwaved together and made into a dough that you roll out. And then the top crust from Casey Trenum's recipe is melted butter, eggs, sour cream, salt, and baking powder whisked together. And then you add some coconut flour and mozzarella and cheddar and mix it all together. Then you just drop it on top of the chicken mixture, just by spoonfuls, and then it melts and bakes in the oven.
Like a shepherd's pie kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That sort of amazed me when we first started making. And when I say we, I mean you. Started making keto doughs and bready type things, that you could get something that's like a crust like this, that looks like a bread crust, right? And taste really mimics the taste because texturally it's like a bread crust out of like cream cheese and flour.
Right?
I guess it kind of makes sense because when in traditional cooking of crust, isn't there like there's like your flour and then there are like your kind of like not wet ingredients but sort of wet ingredients like with your egg and your oils, butter and stuff, right? And sort of the melted cheese kind of mimics that, right? To change it into its bready sort of mixture.
Mm-hmm.
But you think with that much cheese there would be like still this kind of like cheese pull happening with the bread part, but there isn't. It just adds moisture.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do a little salt and pepper too.
Oh yeah.
It's got a very nice. Did you put anything sweet in it? It's got like a kind of a sweet flavor. Maybe it's the veggies or I don't know what. The cream, something. Not that cream is inherently sweet. It's delicious, baby.
That crust really got stuck on there.
This time it did. What do you think happened different? Oh, you said it. What? Yeah. Usually it doesn't, right?
I think because I tried to attach it to the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Then it got stuck.
And the cook time.
Even though I oiled the whole thing.
Yeah. The cook time.
The cook time?
Like I was thinking, it's stuck on the sides too. Or is it? Oh, no. Whoa, that's a nice piece of crust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it is just wrapping the edges because look at that nice piece of crust there.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Nice. Yeah, I was wondering like if the cook time that you had to leave it in to make the pot pie itself get done interfered with like more of a cook time than that would need. I think yeah, it's just that it was on the edges because yeah, the one that's right on the side is nice and moist.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, that little hit of salt and pepper was all it needed to kind of take it to another level of yumminess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm always worried that I'm over salting stuff when I'm cooking because I like to start with a little salt and pepper and then add more as I go, and so I'm always worried I might have overdone it.
Now, how do you think this compares to like non-keto chicken pot pies that you've had in your life?
Oh, I think it's every bit as good now that we added the bottom crust.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I think it's better in a lot of ways.
Mm. High praise.
Yeah, well, cheese, right? There's like this cheesy element that you don't get in regular pot pies, right? This kind of cheese flavor running through it a little bit. Well, it's not like kind of like melty cheese running through it. It's like this cheese flavor running through it. And then I think just because you're eating keto and not eating like we're eating keto for health reasons and also to lose weight, right? But we're eating keto for those reasons. If we were eating a traditional pot pie with that in mind, we'd be skimping on not only there wouldn't be any cheese involved, but we'd be skimping on things like the creaminess of the filling. Like, oh, how do we use, fat-free something or other? But you don't have to do those keto.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. Got a good piece of crust there. Bottom crust. You're eating faster than I'm. Like, usually you don't use them.
I know. Well, I'm so hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I really got hungry in that. It was like a 2.5 hour prep.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, I was getting hungry too. Yeah, you picked the kind of most complicated prep day to decide to film.
Yeah. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm.
Was it me who suggested like I love chicken pot pie again? Or was it you who was like missing that as one of your favorites?
Mm. I think I made it for the first time while we were together.
Mm-hmm. You mean early when we were together?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been thinking about it. I'd seen the recipe.
Uh-huh.
And it was the complicated nature of the recipe that made me wait until we were together to cook it. Because I always loved chicken pot pie.
Mm-hmm.
Really, any kind of pot pie. You had me at pie. But I didn't take the time to do it until we were together. Because I was like, falling in love and wanted you to really like the food. And
Yeah. It's man, if you compare it to really like those little kind of Swanson were they pot pies that we had as little kids, yeah, this is hands down, it's crazy, like so much better.
Mm-hmm.
But for its complicatedness and complexity of flavor too, if you were to compare it to, because I'd never made one from scratch, like kind of like Marie Callender's. You know how like remember those Marie Callender TV dinners or whatever, and how they'd always be like, oh, here's this step, you take it out, like all these steps.
Mm-hmm.
But it always tasted so much better. But you might as well have cooked it from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Eat for 5 minutes, take out, baste. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, did I ever do a chicken pot pie from scratch when I was eating high carb? I don't think so. Because there was Marie Callender's. Who else had a good pot pie? Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, right? Yeah. I think we've talked about this. I love their little stout and ale pies.
Mm-hmm.
Back from then. Now, does this, so we've talked about the taste. Does this make you, does this make you like crave those again? Like that one woman was talking to us when she was talking about the chaffles, right? About her keto journey and how she had the chaffles and it was like a slippery slope back to her other foods, right?
I think it doesn't for me, but I think the reason that it doesn't is because we've been keto for a long time. I wouldn't recommend people going into high carb substitutes until they've been keto for a while. Like at least, a month or 6 weeks, something, some kind of chunk of time where their brains can get clear of the carb cravings.
I would agree. I don't know how long it takes, but I would say a nice long time too, because it isn't going to necessarily at first taste like that taste you remember, right? And it's almost like a harm reduction thing instead of going off the reservation for that food that you like, right? Kind of maybe like keeping a list of some of the foods that you miss at the very start. Maybe even to interact with the food nicely, start researching some of the recipes of foods that you're missing, right? And then when you miss them, when you're like, okay, I feel like I'm going to go off and go ahead and have it, then decide, okay, this week I'm going to try one. And I would even go as far as like introducing like one at a time. Yeah, because and then you'll be like, oh, happy, oh, you had that. But like I think if you do it too fast, like that one lady said, she went for chaffles as a substitute for waffles, and within like just a little bit she was back on regular waffles.
Yeah, I think at the beginning you have to be a little careful. I know in OA they have this thing where they have like an introductory period to the food plan, and after the introductory period, you can add back in some fruit and some other things that you're not allowed on the introductory period. I think it's similar to that. Like, you just want to get your mind and your body clear of, high carb food.
Yeah, cravings, right? Because once you're not craving it, you're not craving it. And with these high carb substitutes for high carbs, they don't inherently have high carbs in them, but these substitutes for high carbs, while I'm having this, it's not going to be speaking to me like, oh, now I've got to have something else. It doesn't do it. It just like fills you up. It's like super satisfying, fills you up. So that's the helpful thing.
That's gone. Gone.
I'm
yummy,
sorry.
Yummy.
Yeah, mine too. You clean the plates here.
Yeah, and I just really want to thank you for being my inspiration, for the last, 3 years?
Your keto inspiration?
9 months. Yeah, because I didn't used to try all these things, like these cool substitutions and stuff, because it was just me, and I can just be content with the simplest stuff over and over again,
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm so inspiring because this is delicious. Yeah. Yeah. Really, really delicious. I love the top layer is like very fluffy. The bottom layer, almost like, mimicking that shepherd pie vibe. And then the bottom bit is really like just texturally, just like what you would find, I believe, in a regular pot pie. A little better texture and tastier. But that, kind of like a little bit chewy, bottom bit, and then all your ingredients really, really good. And you can tell that's like nice fresh ingredients. Like you just made the chicken. It isn't from like a can of some can of chicken. And I like that you use the thigh meat. That makes it like kind of juicier throughout and tastier throughout. There's not any bit of it that's like dry. Yeah, nice job, baby.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry.
But if you wanted to shorten the prep time, you could buy some like just cooked chicken at Trader Joe's. I know they have some really high quality, what do they call it, just chicken.
Oh, actually, yeah.
And that's pre-cooked. Also, a rotisserie chicken would work fine.
Absolutely.
Just chop some chicken meat up and throw it in.
That's so smart. I bet you that would taste probably just as good. I was thinking in terms of like some canned chicken that kind of had that tin can taste kind of thing, and it's like kind of dry. Yeah, but although Trader Joe's, right? I mean, even their canned stuff is pretty good. But yeah, you could rotisserie chicken would be the move, or they have that just chicken, like you say, that's really good. I think it might even be breast meat actually, or I don't know. Yeah, but anyway,
I love chicken thighs, so that's my go-to.
We're dark meat people. Yeah. Well, thank you, baby. That was really good.
Thank you.